dictionary like that.
But see, over here, it has 10 cents, but over here earlier, mine does this sometimes too, it comes out as hyphen cents.
Yeah, mine, see right
Like
there. where it says
45
cents.
cents.
Is that 45? Yeah, that's not the, but it's 45 cents. And it's coming out hyphenated. I don't know why it's coming out hyphenated. And I did it just like I did 10 cents. I did 45 cents, and that's what it did.
It does that too, and it's only on certain ones that it hyphenates on.
That's why I was confused. So I'm not sure. 11 cents. And then right here it doesn't do it.
10
And then
cents,
right
no.
here it did it. Oh, well, I wrote cents there, so. Oh. I see what I'm doing. I keep coming back with the S instead of putting it together. That's
Yeah.
why it's making it hyphenated.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that may be it.
Problem solved.
That may be it.
That make it hyphen.
But when you're gonna, oh, you do yours in numbers. I mean, you do yours in words, that's right. As I was saying, well, maybe it's the TEN, but it shouldn't matter when it comes up with cents. Yeah. So yeah, when you're doing cents, don't make it harder than it needs to be. Don't make that a two-stroke. Don't make dollars a two-stroke. Don't make any of that stuff a two-stroke. Make it easy, okay? Just do crent or crens, K-R-E-N-S, or you know, whatever. If it's too hard to stroke the TS, then you know, you do what's easy, okay?
Why would the T coming back with the S make it hyphenated? Because when you write it all as crents with the S, it doesn't hyphenate it. But when you do crent and come back with the S, it seems hyphenated.
I don't know what it's
I
doing
don't know
right
what in the
there.
dictionary is making it do that.
We're gonna have to, you'll have to go into your dictionary and see exactly what it's doing right there. How you have it
Crent
defined.
versus
And it should only be defined as cents. But if you have a number in there with it, that's what's triggering it. So when you go in there, when you go in your dictionary, just start going through everything you have. And if it's not together with something, then it needs to come out. Okay? And that's what they were talking about cents. If you're going to write it in one stroke, then that's the way it needs to be defined. Okay? That's the only time you're going to do it is when you do it in one stroke. But if you do it with crents, cents, whatever, scrints, that's the way that it needs to be. Same thing with 100. Back then, you had to do it like that. Not anymore. All you do is define it as 100. And it already knows. Whether it's 100, 500, it already knows. When it's with a number, then it's going to know to convert it. Okay? When it says 101, okay? Hun, only hun is needed. Okay? So, you don't have to worry about that. It's going to add the 1 already. So it's like 501. It's going to put 501. It should know to do it already. So you don't need to put it in numbers like that with a caret saying that it needs to go attached to whatever. Okay?
So just to, this is gonna sound really stupid, but this is the only lesson that I really have ever had problems with. So the software will know when you want the word 100 versus.
When it's with the number, it's usually going to put it as numbers. So when you do 500, it's going to know. But if you just put, how many were there? 100? 800?
I don't know if it's maybe because of the way that I'm doing it. I'll do, I guess because I'm like her and I will sometimes mix the words with the number bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do like 100 and then let's say 27 because that's an easy. So it'll write out 100 and then 27 as a number. It never combines them. So it'll be 1 ONE 100 27. Yeah.
But you
And I
do
have
the
to-
and? Are you writing the and? Because in your user settings, you probably don't have that and clicked. And then
It
it's
is
not
clicked.
telling it to put it together.
It's clicked.
Are you sure?
I went in and just checked it.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's because I'm using words and numbers together, if I have to force myself to
Mhm.
choose either or.
Yeah.
But sometimes, if it's easy for me, like a 100 or 27, where I know it's gonna be just the number bar hit once.
Yeah.
I'll do hun and then the number bar, and it never links them. It'll be word 100 and then a number, and it doesn't.
So how do you write it out? 127.
I do 100, so O-N-E, hun, and then I would press the
And?
hun.
Well, they don't always say it.
They don't always say it. If they say it,
I'm telling you,
they'll say
if they're saying 127, how are you gonna write that?
one, O-N-E, and then hun. I do H-U-N-D as opposed to H-U-N. And then number 27.
And it doesn't put it together? Then you may have like your 27 or the 2 or the 7 defined as a number. And that's why it's not knowing to put it together. So that's why you have to go in there, and in your dictionary, you have to really fine tune that dictionary. Because if not, and some of this stuff isn't coming up, then something's wrong with your dictionary. Or you put it in your dictionary wrong,
Okay.
which is something's wrong with your dictionary. You put it in there wrong, it's in there wrong, and it may have been from somebody else. You may have gotten your dictionary from somebody else, and that's the way that they did it before. You know, and they never went through beforehand and fixed the dictionary before they gave it to you.
Or do you have that problem too sometimes? I find that they don't attach if I use two different, they
They
don't.
don't, but I figured that's just my fault.
Yeah, I figured it was my fault because I was writing numbers and words and number bars.
And it may be. But as long as they're defined as words, it shouldn't matter. They should know, Eclipse should know to put it together. So if you stay consistent and you do it the way that you're supposed to, it should come out. If it's not coming out, then something's wrong with your dictionary. And then all you have to do is put your cursor on the one that's not coming out, and then open your dictionary to there, and it should open your dictionary right to there and tell you how it's defined. Okay?
Okay. I'll look this week and see if I can find it.
So even if they say several hundred, same thing. You don't define it together, okay? It's hundred and several are already defined. Okay? So if you write it like this, $100 in one stroke, that's how you have to define it. $100. Okay? You can do it like this. I don't really recommend doing it like this. Okay? Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, and it should know what to do. Same thing on 1,000. All you need is the word. Don't write any numbers anymore. So what they're telling you right here is if you do 25,000, you don't do it like this anymore. All you have to do, you don't have to define 25 anymore. It should already be done. And just define 1,000. Okay? Got it? 100,000, same way. 100,000 defined separately. The one already in your dictionary. Should already be in your dictionary.
Okay,
What?
nothing, I finally got what you said. Because I was wondering, I deleted my 100 because it was in there as a digit.
Yeah.
Even after I deleted it, because it was defined as a digit, it still would come out 100 when I wrote out 100. It would still come out 100. And then
O-N-E 100?
Yeah.
H-U-N-D? Okay.
But then when I do 127, it puts it all together as a digit, like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But it's because the 1 and the 100 are defined as 1 and 100.
Yeah.
Like 1 and then 100. Okay. That's what I was like, why is it, yeah, okay.
So yours coming out different from. what
So you
mine is?
know what, guys? And we're gonna go through this, and what we may do is do it again next
Maybe
week.
I need to bring in my machine and figure out.
That's what I was gonna say. Bring your machines in next week, and we're gonna mess with this stuff next week, okay? So we may go through it a little bit quicker today, And then what we'll do is, because you know what? This is one of the most important ones.
My numbers aren't coming, I don't know if it's me or if it's my dictionary.
It's your
If me, I
dictionary,
can
I'm telling you,
fix it.
it's your dictionary. It's something to do with your dictionary, okay? So what you have to do is pick a weekend and go through it. I'm telling you, because there's probably a ton of numbers in there that you've defined wrong, okay? So you have to go in there and clean all that stuff up before it's gonna start really doing what you want it to do, okay?
So when we're talking million, we write out million, right?
Yeah.
1 million.
Like if you do one mil,
No.
is that the way you do
I
million?
mil, I never come back with a
Like
million.
WN and then ML.
Yeah, but we wanna write that out, right?
1 million, like in words.
So
You
but-
just write out million. You just define million. One is already defined.
I know that, but I'm saying like in the transcript, you wanna read it, the number 1 and then MILL. Is
Yeah.
it that the same for 1,000? No.
Probably.
So number.
You want to make it easier for the reader. And it all depends, again, it's context too. It's going to be context of what you're talking about. How many dogs were there? There were 1,000 dogs.
Digit 1, THOUSA.
Dogs is the way that I would probably do it. Not 1,000 dogs. I mean, the way that it looks best, and it kind of tells you there, you know, the suggested way of doing it is 1 MILLION. Okay? You don't have to. You can do it the other way. 1,000,000. Really? I mean, if that's the way you want to do it, great. Over here in AutoMagic, it's going to give you that option. So even if it comes out 1 MILLION and you want to change it, all you have to do is press number 1 or 2. It's probably going to be in the top.
We don't do that for hundreds, right? Like digit 5 and then HUND or anything?
No. No. Usually 100, and even 1,000's kind of, you know, a little bit tricky too. 1,000 probably wouldn't be wrong if you did it that way, even if they said, you know, how many dogs were there? There was 1,000. It doesn't look as bad because there's not as many zeros. Okay?
And like that, I heard you say 1,000. I still count that as 1, right? I don't write 1,000.
How many were there? 1,000?
8,000.
8,000.
1,000. 8,000. So you write what they say, and then that would be THOUSAND. It wouldn't be 1,000. A 1,000. You see?
You're saying A, the number, not 8, right?
A.
8,000.
A. Okay? So it's just kind of giving you the different ways of how you can do it, how you define different things, because not everybody's going to do it the same. So not everybody writes 1,000 the same. Not everybody I don't do $1,000 in one stroke, but if you do, that's the way you do it. Million. She was just talking about. You know, I do it MIL with the asterisk. Signifies my million instead of like a mill. But where did he work? He worked at the mill. He didn't work at the million, and it's going to come out million. So you want to write as conflict-free as you can, okay?
I write like you, but I have to be really careful because my dictionary has millionth. If I accidentally hit that T, it makes it millionth instead
Yeah.
of just million.
And that's the way you do your ordinals? Was with the T?
It does the T with the asterisk. It makes my
Oh, okay.
millionth, thousandth,
Yeah. Okay.
hundredth.
Yeah. $1 million is the same way, okay? To me, and they tell you can do it either way, keep it simple. To me, keep it simple. All right? Million, and if you do $1 million, and that's the way you do it, you don't have to write the 1 anymore. Not needed. Just make sure that MLDZ is defined as your $1 million. That's all you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about the one anymore. Same thing with the point, okay? Make sure that you don't write it the same as point. Well, what's your point? And then it's going to come out with a decimal. You don't want it like that. You write it different. It's point. Or however you want to write it.
PNG.
Point with the, you can do it point with the asterisk, if that's the way you want to do it. If that's the way it's easiest for you, however you want it, if they say 1.6 grams, all you define it as is decimal.
What do you use?
Yeah.
I use PNT. What do you use, Diana?
I use PNT.
PNT,
So I would
okay.
do 1 PNT,
PNT.
6 grams.
And all you have to do, you don't have to do anything with the 1, and you don't have to do anything with the 6. All you have to do is define point, or PNT, as decimal. That's it. Ray Charles, what's up?
I'm sorry to like keep on your screen, but you said a hyphenation. Is that because you did you came back with the S again?
Where?
Hers did 1.6 hyphen grams.
She's looking on my screen.
Oh.
I'm peeping
Oh,
on this.
okay, I'm sorry.
Because she's
Right.
actually writing, so I'm
Okay.
seeing what.
I don't know why I did that.
Mine does that too. I have to see what in our dictionary makes it if you come back for the S.
The S activates the
The
hyphen
S
for whatever
activates
reason.
the hyphen for some reason with these numbers.
The S?
The S, the
So
when I
let's say you
come
do
back,
grams and you come back for the S, it makes a hyphen. But if you
Oh.
do
I
grams.
don't check my S and I always do my endings.
Because it's doing it as a word. It's telling it it's a word now. Okay? So that's why it's tucking it.
Oh.
Because it's doing it as a word, because now the S is a totally, it knows it usually as one stroke. So when you want it to do something as something, like a decimal or something, you're not gonna add, it's not gonna be 2 strokes, 3 strokes. It's gonna be 1 stroke, because you wanna make it easy. It's something easy. When you start adding stuff, then it says, you know what, it's something totally different.
So we need to learn to tuck the S if we.
Tuck it.
want- Okay, that's why.
And that's
mine
why I
makes
said,
sense.
make it easy. Like on cents. If it's real hard to do, and it's hard for me to do the TS. It's hard. I don't know. It's a brain block. Whatever. I can't do it. So I always add the asterisk on something weird. When it's weird for me. I always add the asterisk or whatever. So you do whatever you need to do to keep it 1 stroke. Okay?
Well, that makes sense why I always have hyphens in all my numbers. I can never figure out what I was doing.
Because you're coming back. Yeah,
What
it's
was I
2
writing
strokes or
during
something.
this test?
Yeah, it's probably 2 strokes. Okay?
Thank you.
Or it's messed up in your dictionary. So you need to go back in your dictionary and fix something in your
Because I
dictionary
checked my
if it is 1 stroke.
Yeah.
If it's 1 stroke, then there's something messed up in your dictionary.
Because I checked the dictionary for S and it's set up as a prefix. So it must just be if you do it not in 1 stroke.
Yeah. Same thing with time, okay? AM can even be a conflict. Guys, I wouldn't do it. I write mine with an asterisk. You don't have to do it. I don't really care how you do it. Just try to do it different than am. Okay? And all you have to do is define that. Okay? The same thing with PM. It's the same way. Okay?
I have a question. If you go into Alt U and you go under the section where it tells you time and you do the drop down arrow, it gives you all these little options on whether to write at 9:00 a.m. in words or 9:00 a.m. or 9 a.m. You know, it gives you all of these options, right? I want to show you something. So I think I did this one. I think it was this one. It's when I do 9 and then I come back with an asterisk K because it's supposed to be your o'clock. That's the way it's defined in my dictionary. It's coming up
As o'clock?
o'clock. So that would be a dictionary thing that I'd have to go back and
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one I had to go fix way back when.
Do you function that way? Well, no, you need to get out, because when you click on it right there, then it'll take you right to the spot that you need to be. That one spot. Wasn't it?
No?
It's defining it as one word.
Yeah.
See how it highlights it?
Yeah.
It's defining it as one word. You have it defined in there as one word.
No way.
Way.
Yeah, because the asterisk K makes it o'clock.
You will find it.
And then
8.
8
Fine.
o'clock.
And do the steno. Do how you wrote it.
I would do like this, like every individual letter.
Yeah. It's lowercase.
You do slash for the next one.
That's what I did, asterisk.
Okay.
Do I go to steno? Or do I go, okay? Okay.
And it was 9.
I don't know what they do.
How do you have it defined as 9?
I'm afraid if I delete
It was coming out.
I'm like,
Well, that's why I was asking you, because the way it says.
Coming out 9 o'clock?
Yes, 9 o'clock.
Maybe that's your bylines, but maybe it just keeps a running tab of bylines.
I'm the, I don't delete something until I can definitively prove that I don't need it.
It's in your dictionary. That's what it is. Yeah. And whether it's o'clock, whether it's at star K or not,